What's up, guys? This is rinoranchero with another Hunger Games gameplay commentary for you all. In this video, which is another episode to my Hunger Games kit challenge, I will be playing with the Fireman kit. The Fireman kit's been around for a long time, and it used to be the great kit to counter Thors, because you would not be affected by the knockback damage and you could not be set on fire. But now that Thors have been nerfed, it's not as effective, but you still start with a bucket, and then you can use that for lava or water, it's your choice. So the first guy I'm hitting here, his name is Spider, and he's just gonna fall too far, which is just too bad for him, and I'm gonna take his carrots and eat them, which is always nice. Now we have these two people fighting here. This guy is not a barbarian, a berserker, which used to be this really feared, powerful, OP, very annoying kit, but now it's not as good. As you can see, he just died right there. But really, folks, you can only get strength 2 if you kill another player, and that only lasts a couple seconds. Anyway, we now get Jelly Tops, who's doing a pretty good job with his souping and such, but look very carefully into the chat as we get close to the end of this fight. He says hacks! Oh man, what a crazy accusation. I guess I could be hacking, but probably not, considering I'm a moderator in the Hunger Games and I record on YouTube. I don't think I'm going to be hacking, but let's continue here. We have this team of 2. The first guy is Delete, who dies in a couple of shots, and then the Mitch Doctor, who jumps around, makes me use a few soup, but luckily I survived there. They had a lot of soup in their inventories, and it looks like they were mining some iron, so I decided to do that. Gather some cobble, make some furnaces, trying to be careful here. There was a lot of iron in the area, and I'm relatively close to spawn, which is sort of dangerous, but luckily I'm able to get tons of iron here, make some furnaces and such, and have a good time. So if you notice at the beginning of this game, there was only 20 people to start. That's a really small game, and I apologize for that. I've been busy lately, also just getting over a cold, but I'm glad I was able to play this game here. I do get a good number of kills. I already have 3 right now, so that is good. I'm finally towering out of this ravine, and we'll see there's lots of people with no armor, which is really fun. This guy here, NM Forever, whatever, is able to run, and then we have this guy Quicksilver who's sprinting around kind of crazily with no armor, Steve skin, whatever you want to say. And then we got this Bowser guy who Time Lords me. It's always scary to be Time Lorded by a Bowser. That is just one of my biggest fears, folks. He's able to combo me a little bit there, but then he takes off running because his armor is very limited. And I chase him for quite a while, but then I decide to eat some carrots and go back over here, and we have more people towering. The first guy is a Stomper, but I hold shift to take hardly any damage, and I kill him. And the other guy I think is a Stomper, but it turns out he's a Fisherman. You can see the bobber right there. And anytime you see a towering Fisherman, you guys should really just run, because you could die from fall damage pretty easily. Anyway, going back to my compass, I found the Bowser, who was the Time Lord, and luckily I was able to block hit in the small area and kill him there as he was mining some iron. But it looks like he was going down to someone else. Now this guy's actually a Poseidon, so it's pretty ironic that one time I use my kit, I actually give him strength. Now, I don't know what to think about this combo right here, but he never misses with a shot, which is kind of crazy. But luckily I do kill Dicastes right there, who was a Poseidon. So that is great there. 6 kills, and there's only 5 other people besides me. I'm able to use the water to get out, so that's the nice thing about being a Poseidon. You don't have to tower. And we have a couple of people up in this tower up here. Ruthless Scissor and I'm Pretty Fat. Now, I don't know if I'm Pretty Fat was trying to get me to say his IGN, so I would call myself fat, because that would be really mean for me to say about myself, considering it's certainly not true. But I'm going to continue on here. Now, look at this, guys. This is a pretty crazy combo, I have to say. This guy tries to tower Musical Life. He gets 1 hit on me right there, but then I just sort of move around crazily, strafing and such, and I kill him right there, not taking any damage. So that was pretty crazy. So that's another kill there. That's 7. And I'm going towards this desert NPC village. We find another guy who has no armor. This is the Berserker from before. Earlier in the game, I killed this guy, but he was able to respawn. But luckily there, I get a nice combo, and he has some carrots as well. So now I have a nice source of carrots, which is great. And I use my water bucket there to get down onto the feast platform. Nobody is even there, but there are some towers. Of course, there always have to be towers who try to pillar above the feast. And in this case, it is a Stomper Endermage team. We saw that in my Summoner video. There was also a Stomper Endermage team, so those can be very annoying, especially when you're not playing Stomper, and I am not. So I decided to get some more water. As you can see, one of them is an Ender Mage. They just put down the portal. And I just have to be very careful that I don't get sucked up there, because I could get knocked off and die. So here comes the Stomper, who has full iron armor. And I'm going to try to fight him and hit him away from the center of the feast, because I don't want to get Ender Maged. He is trying to go to the center of the feast. I'm just trying to be as careful as I can. I don't want to get Ender Maged up. I'm trying to go into the chest here. I get a diamond sword and a strength potion, which I decide to use here because I want to get this guy out of the game. I don't want him to bait me to the middle. So he's running away. I'm doing a heck of a lot of damage, and I kill him right there. So now it's just me and the Ender Mage, and I have to be careful that he doesn't mage me up. But I know if I tower safely, I should be okay. I have tons of mushroom soup, and I decide, and you can see he actually had a couple of sets of diamond gear that he was trying to get to his teammate, so luckily, that did not happen. So I decide to get some towering materials, but look what he says, come close, I'm going to jump. Now I didn't believe him, folks, I really didn't believe him. But it turns out he did jump, so I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he didn't understand the kit, but as you can see, I won the game right there with the Fireman kit. Fireman is a really interesting kit. It's not really the most powerful kit, but it's nice if you want to try something different, and you'll never get caught on fire ever. So that's kind of nice indeed. And here is the stats page, 10 kills with Fireman in a server with 20, so I killed more than half the people. And that is the end of this episode of the Hunger Games Kit Challenge. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit that like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate that, and I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye.